he's telling Suge, he sent me over fax firing me and whatever, whatever. So in part, Suge didn't know about that because he wouldn't have told Reggie. And see, this is what the part that lets you in on what really happened. So when he's saying that, he's, Suge tell Reggie, man, look, Pac don't pay you no way. I pay you, Reggie. Don't play with me like that. Boom. Send 5 more security guards. And Reggie didn't send anybody. He moved that conversation that happened in Vegas in regards to what Suge was saying, where Pac security at, right? He tried to move that 4 months back to in and around June, right? When in fact, that conversation actually happened in Las Vegas on that night. And so to make it appear, well, but Reggie admitted that Tupac sent a fax over firing him. So if he sent the fax over firing him, Reggie knew about that, but evidently Suge didn't know because Reggie was saying that he told Suge, right, about that. And when he said that, it was poignant that Suge responded, according to Reggie, Pac don't pay you no way. I pay you, right? So now, once again, Suge was letting Reggie know, I pay you, you work for Death Row. When I say send 5 security guards, you send 5 security guards. Get it? So now, this is in Las Vegas. Not no Keyshawn Johnson draft party or none of that. Suge asked him send 5 more security guards. Reggie didn't send nobody. Despite Suge letting him know that I pay you. Suge was also asked about this later on after Tupac was shot. He was asked by investigators, and there was a report where Suge said, well, I paid these guys handsome. I don't really know what happened with the security. You understand what I'm saying? Because he was just as baffled. Think about it. He was in the car. So he's just as baffled, right? So now, that's the first part of really what happened and why I say through negligence. And Reggie sabotaged the security of Tupac Shakur because he really didn't give a damn, right? Because of the personal nature in which Tupac fired him. So he's mad about that. He's angry about that. He's disenchanted about that, right? And so he's in his feelings when in fact, in New York at the MTV Video Music Awards, he really couldn't be that way because that was an official event. Coming to Vegas is kind of, they're going to the fight, that's kind of like an unofficial event. Reggie knew this. That's why he tried to pull the security off of him. He was like, well, this ain't no death row shit. They're going to the fight. My security don't have to be on him. That's why he pulled Michael Moore off of Tupac that night. And Michael Moore couldn't really understand why. Michael Moore tried to fight the buck. The reason why Frank Alexander stayed because Frank said he had talked to Pac soon as he got the letter, right? And Pac said, no, you going with me. You could see why Frank felt comfortable. Like, dude, I'm the #1 rapper in the world, said I'm going with him. I'm gonna stick with him. I really don't care what, Reggie's saying or whatever. This is what I'm gonna do. On side of that, Tupac really wanted Frank to be with him as his personal bodyguard anyway, right? That's why Frank was there that night at the MGM Grand and so close to Tupac, because Frank already knew his position. Michael Moore was unsure of his position. That's why he went back to Club 662 like he was asked. You get it? So now, the situation goes down. Reggie's nowhere to be seen, right? Michael Moore is down at Club 662. So Michael Moore says, after everything goes down, this was later, Michael Moore says, when we was at Club 662, the Nextel radios that we had, I heard over the radio, got him, right? This was in and around the time after Tupac was shot. Got him, and then shortly after that, I heard, don't say nothing else over the radio. And he said that it sounded like somebody from one of the homeboy security, one of the homies or whatever. You know what I mean? Now, that could have meant anything. That could have meant anything. Anybody could have been saying any got him from whatever perspective, right? But when confronted with that information later on down, now Michael Moore had no dog in the fight. He really didn't even like Tupac. He admitted that. I really did. He said I didn't really care for him. So Michael Moore, his credibility was real strong because he admitted that he didn't really like Tupac. But he said exactly what happened on that night. When Reggie Wright Jr. was confronted with that information, Reggie Wright Jr. lied. Red flag. Why would you lie about something that was so benign, that came across so benign? And if it didn't really have nothing to do with you, you'd be like, yeah, I heard that over the radio too. I don't know what the fuck they talking about. You know what I mean? But he denied the whole situation. He was like, oh, Michael Moore couldn't have heard nothing like that because we was in the nightclub and the music was up, and how could he hear it over these little radios? And he gave all kinds of excuses and things of that nature, right? So, that everybody left and went on with that theory. Okay. Now, Reggie Wright Jr. then goes on Bomb First. He does a video. And John on Bomb First asked him about the Gotham statement. And Reggie volunteers and says that the Nextel radios couldn't even do what Michael Moore was saying that they did, that they didn't have a walkie-talkie feature. This is what he said on Bomb First. I posted on one of my videos the other day, right? That conversation. So now I'm like, what? He's saying that but now, fast forward to 2023, Reggie Wright Jr. then goes and testifies in front of the grand jury involving Keefe D and them doing the investigation into the murder with Keefe D. And what was one of the things that he first said? Yeah, Frank, and he tried to blame Frank. Once again, the passing of the buck. I blame Frank because Frank didn't call me, and we had these radios, Nextel radios, that had the walkie-talkie on it. So he goes on Bomb First, and he says that the walkie-talkies, the Nextel walkie-talkies, didn't have the kind of feature that Michael Moore said that they had, right? But then he goes 20 some odd, 30, almost 30 years later, and goes and testify in front of the grand jury and tells the grand jury, you know what? Yeah, I blame my security that night because he didn't contact me, and we had the radios with the Nextel radios had like a call thing with a walkie-talkie feature on it. Boom. Amazing. Why would Reggie lie when first confronted with that? But that's not it. So now, I posted a video earlier today with the young lady, the sister OG. I can't think of her name, OG, but if you see the video I posted earlier today. So I posted the video earlier today, and the young lady asked Reggie, said, well, didn't Tupac fire Right Way Security a few days before, whatever? He was like, no, it was like 7 days before or whatever have you, right? Okay. He now admits to it. First, he didn't get it. He didn't know about it. He admits to it on this particular instance involving that also. So now she asked him that question, and it dawned on me. I'm like, okay, well, here we go again, right? Here we go again. So now she also asked him, she said, how did you know that who did the shooting, and you called back to Los Angeles so fast, right? Right after the shooting, Reggie, remember, he's at Club 662. How did you call back to LA so fast? And what Reggie answered her was, because he said, Suge told me.